All right, good morning, my Periscope friends. Hopefully this works okay. I've been having some trouble with some connections. Ryan, welcome. Judo Chica, welcome. Here we all come. So happy for all my U.S. friends. Happy day before the 4th of July. Oh, look at all these people coming. Welcome, welcome. So thank you guys for the hearts. Good morning. I don't know who's taking the day off. I am not taking the day off because this is a great tip I want to give you guys. I'm actually working, when it comes to growing your business, I'm going to say, hey, Holly G. Holly G and I are going to be recording something next week. I'm so excited. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. 4th of July Eve. I love 4th of July. It just really gets me excited and happy. Okay, awesome. I'll reach out to you, Ryan, for sure. So, hey, Ron from Brazil. Brazil, you don't get to celebrate 4th of July, but that's okay. You can celebrate it with us. Yes, absolutely. I want to talk about one incredible way to build your career, and a lot of people are completely terrified by this. Thank you for the hearts, by the way, guys. I 100% appreciate it. And hello, Creative Candles. Welcome. This is a side that I'm really starting to push and work on. I've done some training on it because I think it's really important, and it's speaking. Every time I do any sort of speaking engagement, whether it's local or meeting other speakers, etc., it's an incredible way to build your business. I don't care if you have a product. I don't care if you're in the online world. I don't care what your business is. If you just start locally, yes, Holly, it is a tremendous, tremendous way to build your speaking career or to build your business. And if it helps you guys everything. I get up in front of people and clients every single time, at least one or two. So it's really, really important. Editor Man Caves, welcome. Creative Candles. It does. It creates instant credibility. It's really, really important. I'm going to give you a few tips, though. Hey there, Editor Man Caves. Because I made some mistakes last year. So I was very, very fortunate. I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and I was able to go into, a lot of the friends already knew and say, hey, I want to start speaking. And they're like, great, here you go. And what happened was I didn't have the products behind it. And when you speak, I promise you, if you do a great job, no matter what, this is where you just need to start practicing and getting in front of people. People are going to want more of you. So you want to have something to be able to sell them. Even if you're not speaking to sell, people will want more of you, I promise. So you've got to have that in line. So I kind of had to take a step back, and I have products now lined up behind every single one of my speeches. Thank you guys for the hearts. And have that lined up so you have that ability to sell from the back of the room. It's really, really important. Also, if you start speaking, guys, get videos. I don't care where you are. I don't care what it is. I want you to start really getting videos of everything you're doing so you can start creating that, I want you to start creating that speaker reel, because a lot of people don't, they're like, well, and just make it look, angle your camera, have somebody come help you with this, but angle your camera so it looks like it's kind of going over some people. So you got quite a few people in the room. Everything's angle, guys. I promise you, everything's angle. You absolutely need a speaker reel. And if you don't have a speaker reel, so what I do with my speech is use a wireless mic. 100% agree, Holly G. I do some upload. I have a separate website for my speaking because I'm working on a speaker sheet and getting all that. So I do have it, and they're uploaded to YouTube. I just don't have them public. But as I get on bigger stages, I will have speaker reels public on YouTube, absolutely, and just have that as a playlist. So you want people to see what you're about, what you talk about. Show the highlights of getting a room to laugh. Hey, Dr. Gregor, I can wave to him through here. Papa Bear, welcome. Show those situations. Thank you, Creative Candles, for the invites, where you're getting the audience interaction and you're not just standing up there like a robot. People really love to see those in your speaker reels. So, I did a lot of training. I went to a pretty intense boot camp for speaking. There's really two sides to speaking, just so you guys know. This was a whole new world to me. I didn't understand. You've got the sell from the stage. You're going up there, you usually get into a venue, people put you on stage, your intent is to sell product, that's what you're doing. And you typically, this is average, you give 50% to the person putting that event together, and you take 50% of those proceeds. So that's the sell from the stage type situation. And then you have the informational, where typically there's a payment behind it, and you aren't selling from the stage. But again, have a back table available. James, welcome. We're talking about speaking, guys. And I'd really encourage you to start getting into speaking, even if it's just locally, to build your business. It is an incredible, incredible way. You guys are awesome with these hearts. I love them. Thank you. Thank you. Michael, welcome. Or Michelle. I'm sorry. Michelle Black. Glasses, guys. I need glasses, let me tell you. But this is really an incredible way to build your business. Just have, you know what, Editor Man Caves, I was on yours last night, and when you were saying you were nervous, I never would have guessed that. That's not. But, you know, podcasting was one of my very first steps to really get comfortable. I can't talk, obviously, but I'm okay with that. No, you gotta keep moving, and it gets easier and easier and easier. And I remember interviewing people and so terrified of how I sounded. And use Periscopes, use these tools. Editor Man Caves, when you said you were nervous, I'm like, shut up, you're lying. My connection was horrible, so I couldn't talk to you. I'm sorry. But this is practice makes perfect, absolutely. And like I said, you're gonna learn. So learn from my mistakes when you're going up there. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I never would have. You're just like, you're so chill. You're so chill, Editor Man Caves. That's so funny. But just start. You know, like I said, if you're totally terrified to get in front of people, start doing this. Start doing this. I used to get like really nervous where my mouth would feel like somebody just stuffed cotton balls in them, and it was horrible because I'd just be like, oh my god, and then I felt like my lips were all chapped, like, you know how you get scared, like you've got these white ass lips, but they didn't end up, and I'm completely getting over that. But the only way I got over that was by doing a lot of speaking. It was horrible, Holly. I'd just be like, but got over that. But you got to practice. And like I said, with Periscope, with video, donut lips. Totally. I swear to God, I felt like I had donut lips. iGrind Fitness. We're talking about speaking, and no matter what business you're in, I don't care if you sell a product, get out and start speaking about either that product or how you build a business around that product. People are intrigued by it, and make videos of and for my friends. That's awesome. So I'm actually, if you guys want to get started, this is, you know, if you're like, where do I go? Who can I reach out to? Better Retail, welcome. We're talking about speaking and how to really start speaking in front of people. Like I said, even if it's a coaching or consulting or a product, whatever it is, I want you to have something to sell behind it. I really, really think it's good. Creative Candles. Follow Creative Candles. I'm going to do it right now. So we can follow her first scope tomorrow. And I make everything chocolate. What? Have to follow that one. All right, parents, welcome. What can I buy? You can buy a lot. Go to thestartersclub.com and there's lots to buy. But or if you're talking about chocolate to buy from Creative Candles, what we're talking about is when you're speaking, and when you start doing, you're speaking in front of people. You guys learn from me, because I was doing these speaking things and everybody was like, oh my God, this is great. How can I get in touch with you? And I'm like, go to Twitter. Like, I had nothing. Oh, you're funny, FF Brady. Ha ha ha. So what I want you to do is really have products behind that. So the next thing is you can start Rotaries. They just switched people, the people who run it. Thank you guys for the hearts. Let's keep these hearts going. I've had a 2,000 heart one. Let's go for 3,000. Come on. But the Rotaries. So start reaching out to all your local Rotaries. Make a spreadsheet. I live in Dallas, and I'm going to tell you, I think there's like 100 Rotaries. But you guys, it's going to get you practice. And here's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is that once you start, people know people, and it's just a rolling. This is all momentum, right? This is all momentum. If you're talking to Digital Chica, FF Brady, I blocked him. Thank you. God, you know, why do people? Please, somebody describe the mentality of a troll. Like, what's the point? Do you really have no life than to troll other people and just be an ass? I don't get it. No, I don't think there's 300 Rotaries, Digital Chica, but there's a ton around here. Like, there's, just in the Dallas area, I want to say there's like 10 or so. I mean, I don't get trolls. Yeah, I don't get it either. But it's a great place to start. I think they do weekly meetings. They're always looking for great people to talk to their groups. Totally jerk. Yeah, no, I had one guy just being a dick last night, and I'm like, can you just go, like, stick your head in the toilet? I don't know what you can do, but just get off here. So anyway, so Rotaries, meetups, go to Meetup. I run a Meetup group. Good. I'm glad you don't feature them, editor. Man caves, I'm very glad you don't feature them. Thank you guys for all the hearts. You're awesome. Meetup groups. So I run a Meetup group where we do a monthly speaker, and believe me, we're always looking for people to feature in front of our group, and we'll get on a good topic, we'll get sometimes up to 60 people in a room. That's some pretty good exposure, because I can guarantee you those when you're speaking, it's just a closer connection. It's a lot better. See, Entertainment Caves, you got some good stuff, but go out on Meetup and find these places, just meetup.com, look at your local, and find groups that are pretty active and doing speaking engagements, and just message the organizers. You guys, you never know. And if they don't follow up with you, like for me, sometimes you gotta follow up with me a couple times because I get bombarded with stuff, like with I run a group called Dallas Entrepreneurs, and just follow up a couple times, like not within the next couple days, but just remind them, hey, I wanted to check to make sure you got this. And, it's the law of averages. Chris K, welcome. We're talking about speaking and building a speaking career for your business. So, you guys, this is just, and really, I can't stress enough, practice your speech. Practice it, have it down, get in front of it, have a couple speeches that you do. So when you reach out to people, you can say, I talk on this topic and I talk on this topic. So why I'm working today, just to give you guys another idea of what you can do, like women's organizations, all these types of organizations, associations are always looking for speakers. So you can either hire somebody to do this research for you in what you speak on, or do you just send your package out? I just see like Benderson Duty, welcome. I don't send it to everyone. I'm very, just people who talk about building businesses. You scope about. Yay! Okay, good. Entertainment Caves, I'm following you too. So don't be nervous. Keep going. I never would have guessed you're nervous. You're just like so chill. I never would have guessed you were nervous behind that. So just do these things where you're police the haters. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for the hearts. But really, Digital Chica, like you can see what they've had speakers about prior. Like you can go, Chambers, they do lunch and learns. How can you get your tulip business off the ground? Well, you could start speaking about flowers and your business, Benderson. That's what I'm talking about today. You could just start tulip business. Just depends on what you're selling. Like obviously you're selling tulips, but DeRosa, scope about it. Exactly. Scoping is an awesome. I like to give people jobs planting tulips. So are you landscape or what are you? Like local or not sure about that. Planting tulips on my ass. Ha 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 ha. You're funny, Bunderson. Jesus Christ. Is there a thing on my scope that says assholes welcome that I'm not entering? I could tell too. You know what? Entertainment Caves, like, you don't want to be a jerk to people. Like, maybe he really did. But, yeah, it's just, like, 'cause some of these people, I'm like, are you effing with me right now? Like, I don't know. So, what I'm doing right now, so like I said, Digital Chica, start looking at their prior meetings and see if it's anywhere around you. With you and what you do, anything business is going to be a fit. Yeah, true. Good call. Good call. Chandra is in the house. Chandra just was scoping, her daughter's doing writing lessons. Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about troll, Chandra. All right, so speaking some more, what I'm doing actually, and Digital Chica, I know you're local. If you're interested in this too, I've got a woman who's helping me book all this stuff because I'll be honest with you guys, I sat down and I was going to do this myself, and then it was just like overwhelmed. And I'm like, I can't. Hearts, thank you guys. So what she does is she reaches out and you can find, try to find somebody, one of these people in your area. All right, bye, editor. And she kind of helps you with your speech, and she'll book me into venues all around wherever I want to go, so Dallas area. So what I'm doing is I'm working with her today. We're going to go over my speech. I'm doing one speech that she's going to book me out and just honing it in, and she's going to help me with it. So this is another great way. There's several ways people do this. They take a chunk of what you're getting paid. I've had one person who was going to charge me for, just to give you an idea of what these people charge, and just because it's, like I said, this is a whole new world to me, and I'm learning bazillions on really working this career. So they were going to charge like per reach out. So if I paid him a fee every month, he promised me X amount of reach outs, which, thank you, Jojo Chica. I'm always like happy to share what I'm learning, because it's like, whoa, what's happening? So, and then he was going to take a portion of everything I sold. So even if Tony, thank you for the email, Tony, I'm going to email you back, but I'm so happy to see how awesome you're doing. Thank you for that. But what he did was he was going to charge me then for 15%, hey Brightpreneur, welcome, on anything I sold up to 6 months. So even if somebody like reached out to me and 4 months after the speech, there's 15% chunk to him, which I don't care about that, but that's it can kind of get to be a tracking. Hashimoto, I'm so glad you joined, because I need to reach out to you. We're talking about speaking, guys, and I know you're just here. I'm Erin Smith. I'm with the Starters Club. I help people build businesses. I need a pen. And I'm talking about really working on getting in front of groups and speaking about your product or your service or what you do. This is an incredible, incredible business builder. He sounds like Mr. Wonderful. He kind of was. And what I did was we're just talking about different ways you can hire people to help you get speaking gigs, where you can start. Meetup is a great way to start finding groups in your area, your chambers, your Rotaries, and just have a couple of things you talk about, have an understanding, let them know this is what I speak about. These are 5 things your audience can expect to get from this, and really just be as professional as you can about it. And the other key, if you're just joining, is have your products and services lined up behind it, because I promise you, if you're doing a good job, you guys are awesome for all these hearts, people are going to want more of you. So you want to be able to provide that. That was mistake number 1 I made. I was just like, I don't have anything. But now we're talking about when you hire people, that ability. So, to really get out there, you're going to want to start just speaking in front of whoever will listen to you. Make sure you're bringing a video camera. Make sure you're recording these and you have them so you can put together a speaker reel and send it as you start getting bigger and actually start getting paid. Now, I'm hiring somebody to do this for me. And like I was just saying, I had this guy I reached out to who was promising me to call 30 people, but not promise me any gigs for a monthly fee. And then he was going to take 15% of everything I sold on the back end of those speaking engagements, which is completely, if it's saving you time, again, this is where you're really understanding your numbers and what's time versus money. Now I'm working with someone. I'm actually going to go to her. This is why I'm talking about this morning, because I've been practicing my speech, and we're going to go and work on it before she starts putting me in front of people. You guys, use Periscope as practice. I mean, come on, if you can deal with the hecklers in Periscope while you're talking, you could like rock a stage. Really, I mean, seriously. I have to stay on course. That's my problem. But so what she does is she reaches out. She's got kind of this Rolodex, for lack of a better term from me. You can tell I'm old to use the term Rolodex. But she knows the groups, and so she guarantees you a certain amount of people in the room. She doesn't, because I told her, I'll drive an hour away if it's a good group of people in my niche. I don't care. But what she does is she's not an agent. She's not booking you for sales, so to say, or getting paid. What she's doing is putting you in rooms of people who are your ideal client and speaking in front of them. Oh my God, these hearts. And I love how you guys all know each other. It's so cool. Like, we're just like a little Periscope happy family. I think it's so fun. But what she does is she only gets paid on what she books me. So I will pay that all day long. I think it's a super fair thing to do, because like I said, it completely eliminates, Chandra, she may be able to help you in Austin too. I can give you her name if you're interested. Because actually I want to come down to Austin. I live in Dallas and I want to drive down to Austin and get a couple speaking engagements knocked out down there at a time if I come down there. So that's what I'm hoping to do. But it's a really great way to start getting in front of your ideal client, because that's another thing. You could find these groups and then you're driving and going down there for 2 people, which, you know what, I've gotten clients out of a 2-person room, but you really want to make it a bigger bang for your buck. I know I do, Chandra. I need to come down there. I know, it's on my list. I want to come down so badly. Chandra lives in Austin. And Chandra, I want to get the podcast up and rolling. We're going to email about that. I am Reed. Welcome. So if speaking terrifies the crap out of you, guys, like Editor Man Caves was on, and he gets so nervous, start periscoping. Start a YouTube video. Just start there before you're live periscoping and really getting scared. Dolce, welcome. Excuse me. Then, get on get your podcast rolling and just learn the impromptu interviewing and on the fly speaking, and you've got to start with this, and you're going to get so comfortable, so comfortable. If it terrifies you, it means you should do it. 100% agree, Tony. If you're uncomfortable doing it, get in front of people. I'm actually working with somebody. He's going to help me get TV spots for my book. It's really up to you. I'm great, Dulce, thank you. It's really up to you on your comfort. Periscope's a little faster, a little more on the fly. If you're cool, you really, to make Periscope work, interaction's key. So if you're really cool with on the fly, talking to people, go get on Periscope and roll with it, and then pop the video on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Hashimoto. But yeah, and so go there. But if you're not that comfortable, if you just want to get in front of the camera talking, I'll start a little comfortable there, then start with YouTube, get those videos up, but put your videos up. Because that's the scary. I could record videos all day long, but actually making people watch or seeing people watch them is what scared me. 100% on the comfort zone. Comments, no, they don't show up on YouTube. Hashimoto, Periscope is, I think, the best thing ever. Ever. I think it goes my children, JJ and my children. It's all a tie right there. And then Periscope. I love Periscope. So, but you guys use these platforms to build. And like I was saying, I am so terrified to go on TV, because when I see myself on camera, I'm always nodding I hate how I do it. But it's practice, and I'm so scared to do this, but I know it's going to be, you've got to push through these things to do it. So find local Rotaries, just start there, you guys. And thank you, I am Reed. I've been speaking for a while now. 100% agree, Hashi. It's whatever you imagine, whatever you want to do, you guys. You've got this. You can do it. Toastmasters is another great one. Great idea, Tony. I've not done Toastmasters. We've been talking about doing Toastmasters. I just haven't done it. Iceman, welcome. We're talking about speaking, guys. I'm Erin Smith. I'm with thestartersclub.com. I'm a podcaster. I'm a coach. I help people start and build their businesses within those first couple years to profitability. And one of the ways I want to give you this tip is I've seen it just transform my business is speaking. And Periscope is a great place to start. Videos are a great place to start. All of these things, just really start practicing speaking on the fly. Have a couple of topics that are your signature topics, right? That you're just going to talk about. You don't want to go, well, I can talk about anything. That was another mistake I made. Well, I can talk about anything business. And they're like, okay, well, we need something. So be very specific. When you're reaching out to these places, say, I talk about these 2 topics. Nautilus Incorporated. Iceman, awesome. Cool. Are you working today or do you have the day off? Have a couple topics. Have, like I was saying before, have 3 to 5 bullet points. Awesome. Happy 4th of July. Of what they're going to talk about, of what they're going to get out of the speech. I'm sorry. Master a few topics, like how comedians have a few teams down. 100% agree. You guys, you want those, inflections. You want, even when you're not selling from the stage, as a perfect example. So what I'm teaching today is about what I'm teaching in this speech that I'm talking about is really honing in and understanding your numbers. And understanding, all about your client, all about who they are, what they are, etc. I'm an eBay seller. What do you recommend to grow business? I can talk to my friend. I've not done an eBay business. I'm assuming you just need numbers. But if you're reselling, I'd assume eBay seller lot. Okay. 8732. I'm assuming you're just trying to get product to sell. Is that your biggest problem right now? Because you've got the customers via eBay. But have the product behind it. Have somewhere they're going to want to connect with you. No moving more. I really don't know a lot about eBay selling. It's Gary C. Welcome. Not sure about eBay selling. So I would think, though, if you're pricing it right, you should be able to sell. Got to be mover and shaker 100%. Generating more customers. Hey, Gary C. I know I had a friend who did really well in eBay for a while. It was a while ago, though. So I don't know how much the game's changed, but if you want to DM me, I'm more than happy to reach out for you. I am, and find out what she did to really be successful, and I'm happy to answer any questions. If I don't know it, I know somebody, and I'll help you get answers if you need them. Oh, that's a good way. Oh, that's awesome. So you're doing pretty good then. But so how this is where practice comes in, because you really want to intertwine, even if you're not selling from the stage, your products that it links to. Oh, Brightpreneur, see? I don't know much about eBay. But really start the correlation. So when I'm talking about, like, how much do you know are you using Google keywords to know what your customers are searching for? Are you using the back end of Facebook ads? Not Facebook ads and paying for them. Are you using the back end to understand the very specific data about your client, who they are, what they like, what they enjoy? And I'm not teaching that in my speech, but what I'm doing is I am correlating that. So I'm like, do you know how to do this? You don't? Well, this is the stuff I teach in my course. So again, I'm not giving away the farm in the speech, but I'm intertwining everything, and this is where you guys need to practice. Tell me, he's here in Dallas, Aaron. Okay, awesome. Jen Scalia joined. Jen, I do not have any funny jokes. I'm sorry. Hey, Jen, we're talking about speaking and really starting to build a speaking career. I'm talking about this because I'm working with someone today. I'm going to go, I'm working on my speech. We're honing it in, and she's helping me book speaking. You and I have talked about this, Jen. But this is really, really, you guys, it's just a great way. It can be time consuming. Hire an assistant to help you do the research. Start reaching out, and you just never know. Start finding local organizations. I belong to a couple speaking associations now, and working those rooms too to help build. So just get rolling on it, guys. You never know. Like I said, if you are scared out of your mind, use YouTube, use Periscopes. Load them up, though. Load them up. If you do a YouTube video, put it out to people who don't know you, because that's what scared the crap out of me. And you'll get used to it, and it's going to get easier. I'm just going to follow your shadow. You're more... Yeah, girl. I was meeting with someone the other day. He's building this really huge speaking. I'm so excited to be working with him. He's a big speaker. He's been doing it for years, and he's building this like huge kind of push of these conferences and stuff. And he's like, I'm running right now. He's like, I think you're a runner. I'm like, oh, you have no idea how much I'm running right now. Like, just trying to haul ass in my business. I'm working my butt off. But speaking, guys, is a great, great way. So make sure you have a way to connect with them. Make sure you have a back of the room, anything, even if it's your coaching program. People are going to want to connect with you. So you've got to follow up. It's not going to do you any good if you're getting in front of these rooms and not following up. And just begin. Because I promise you, when you start moving, people are going to have somebody else to have you speak in front of. You guys are awesome for the hearts. Yay! The Huffington Post, girl. Digital, I'll tell you how to get on the Huffington Post. It's a lot easier than you think it is. It's really, and once you get in, you're a blogger. So it's really, really awesome. For those of you guys just joining, we're talking speaking. Get out there, start speaking, start really working like Digital Chica was. Comedians have a couple things they work on. Clement, welcome. Have a couple speeches that you're working on and really, really, really getting down pat. It's really huge for you. So guys, I'm going to run because I actually have to do a Costco trip this morning. How lucky am I? Costco the day before a holiday. Shoot me. Yeah, Digital Chica, I have a lot of catching up to do too. I'm going to send you Janet's name too. Digital Chica, will you email me, please? It's Erin, ERIN, at thestartersclub.com. Thanks, Gary C. No, Costco is not fun. I'm going to be coming back later this afternoon talking book club. You guys make sure to follow me. Swipe right or swipe up. Yeah, have fun in those long lines. You know what kills me about Costco? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to get off on a tangent. Why does everybody, like, seriously, you've never tried a Hot Pocket? Erin, ERIN, at thestartersclub.com. Why does 20 people have to stand in line for samples? Or why do 20 people? It's like, you really, 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 you haven't tried it and now you're staying 20 minutes in line for that bite? Like, I don't get it. So anyway, that's my pet peeve with Costco. But I'll come back this afternoon to talk book club. You guys make sure you follow me. It drives me nuts. I do an entrepreneur book club every week. We're reading a tough one right now. It's called The Psychology of Persuasion. I think it's called Influence. It's a textbook-like one, but it's got some great information. And I'm working on something super exciting next week. I'm going to bug an author of a book I want to read and have him hopefully join us on Periscope. I want to start doing stuff like that for Q&A. So make sure you follow. I'll be talking later about the book, but then Monday I announce a new one every week. So thank you for joining. Start speaking. Get your first Periscoping. Get your first video in if you haven't done it. Get rolling with this stuff, guys. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be awesome on your first one, but you got to start in order to get going on this. So bye-bye, guys. Have an awesome Friday.